That's why we're talking about distilled water, because the distilled water is a conductor, and when it goes in the body, because they call it dead water, when it goes into the body, it immediately recognizes the strongest frequency that is inside your molecular structure, and that usually is toxicity. So through distilled water, you're actually able to restructure some stuff. If you have a distilled water, the distilled water, because it's dead water, basically is still, but at the moment is a resonance, boom, it's going to connect with that and it's going to pull out the toxicity. But that is the negative and positive charge interacting accordingly to the pressure of the magnetism, and that creates that signetized geometric pattern that even compresses more to restructure the store of the water. And they said we talk about the water base, and the water is the core of the force. There it is. The water is the core of the force. So the water, when that magnetism happens, when that compresses even more and start doing something, what is going to carry it through? The water. The water is carrying it through, because the water is a conductor and becomes like electric charge and zoom, like in space, you know. And he told you, Dr. Cohen told you that the power is so strong that is like spinning 3 times around the planet. Imagine how fast that is. When you restructure it accordingly to the positive and negative magnetism, electrocharge, that creates very magnetized vortex the way is in space, and compressurizes the field of the localized matrix. And that is how God enters. They were giving me in parentheses, God enters. Basically, when that becomes so magnetic and that becomes compressurized so much to such a potency, guess what happens? Stops and becomes 0 point field right here. And this is when God enters, means what? Switches the frequency, switches the geometry, changes the velocity in the opposite direction. The way is in this geometry, goes in the stops and goes back again. Okay, so connect the dots here.